أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu and welcome to our class today. I hope and pray that everyone is doing very well. Jazakumullah to all for joining the class on time. We'll start with our opening dua. If you could please have a student on the mic for that.
Assalamu alaikum. We have G1 845.
Jazakumullah. G1 845.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. So we're going to start with Dawood. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Okay, good, well done. Just make sure that this dhal, it has a simple dhamma on it. So we're not going to stretch for more than one count. So we're going to say أعوذ.
أعوذ.
Good, well done. Okay, we're not going to stretch for more than that. Well done. And tasmiyah is Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Good, well done. Could you read the translation for me?
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the rejected. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful.
Well done. And let's read Tuesday's dua. We're going to say, Rabbi zidni ilma.
Rabbi zidni ilma.
Good, well done. Ilma.
Ilma.
Good, well done. And the translation?
O my Lord, increase me in knowledge. Taha 115.
Well done. This is Surah Taha from the Holy Quran, verse 115. Brilliant. Well done. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic and reading that for us. Okay. Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz for now. Okay, so just a few class etiquettes to remind you of. Please ensure that you are logged in with your correct IDs. You should have done wudu before you enter the classroom today. You should be wearing clean clothes. Heads should be covered appropriately. And please do ensure that you're sitting in a nice and quiet place with parental supervision. So your parents should be sitting near you if possible. Today's schedule is as follows. Today is Tuesday, 16th of November, and today we'll be continuing with the lesson number 19, which is on the topic of extended elongation. So you started this yesterday. So today we'll be looking and focusing on Madulkabir. And today's material can be found in Talimul-Quran lesson number 19, and we'll be paying particular attention to page number 81. The examples on page 81, practice text, exercise 19.2. A quick announcement to make before we move on to our lesson for today. This week on Friday, 19th of November, we'll be having a quiz in class, inshallah. And it will be normal time, 6 p.m. And it'll be on this Zoom class as we usually have. So please ensure that you sign in as normal, but please ensure that you log in on time so you can take part in the quiz. We'd like you to please prepare for this quiz. Okay, so the questions that are going to be on the quiz, we are going to provide you with, we have provided you with on the Google Drive. So the link for this Google Drive has now been posted on the chat. So you can open that link and access all the questions that are going to be on the quiz on Friday, inshallah. We have also provided you with resources of where you can find the answers to the quiz. Okay, so we're providing you with everything beforehand because we'd like you to prepare for this before you enter Friday's class so that you're ready for the quiz. Okay, now G1 is all about learning in a positive and fun manner. So we'd like you to please engage as much as possible in this quiz by preparing beforehand, coming on time on Friday, so that you can take part in the quiz, inshallah. Okay, so please do keep that in mind, and please do click on the link for the Google Drive to access all the material. Jazakumullah. Okay, so as I mentioned today, we will be looking at lesson number 19, continuing with lesson number 19 on extended elongation. So in yesterday's class, you learned that there are two broad categories of extended elongation. The first is Maddus Saghir, which is medium long elongation, which you looked at and covered in yesterday's class with your teacher. So I hope you all got the chance to do a bit of homework before you entered today's class and you've revised that. And then the second category is Madulkabir, and this is extra long elongation. So as you can tell by the name, Madulkabir is the longer of the two categories. Okay, so Maddus Saghir, wherever you see a Maddus Saghir, you learned yesterday that you have to prolong your sound for 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, so minimum 3 seconds and maximum 5 seconds. Now, Madulkabir, like I said, is the longer of the two categories. So that means that we have to elongate a letter that carries a Madulkabir for 4 to 6 seconds or counts. Okay, so Maddus Saghir is 3 to 5 seconds and Madulkabir is 4 to 6 seconds. So Madulkabir is slightly longer. So you covered exercise 19.1 in yesterday's class. So let me just remind you quickly of what a Maddus Saghir looks like. Now on top of this ayn, we can see that there's a vertical fatha, and then we have this wavy line over here. Okay, so it has a flick at the top, and then it straightens out, and then a flick at the bottom. Okay, so this is a Maddus Saghir. It's a thin, wavy line. Okay, and this, wherever we see this sign, we have to elongate our sound for 3 to 5 seconds. Now let's have a look at Madulkabir now. Okay, extra long elongation. Now on top of this lam over here, you can see, let me just get my hand. Okay, so this is a Madulkabir. You can see that this is a thicker and more rounded shape compared to a Maddus Saghir. Okay, so we have a thick line that rounds like this, and then there's a small flick at the bottom. Okay, this is a Madulkabir. So let's just quickly compare the two. So we have a thick line for Madulkabir, and then Maddus Saghir, as you can see over here on top of this waw, that this is a Maddus Saghir. So there's a difference between the two strokes. So that is what we are going to focus on. And this is something that we have to recognize and then correctly pronounce, inshallah. So today we'll be looking at some, there's a lot of examples in exercise 19.2 from the Holy Quran where Madulkabir is being practiced. But for the purpose of today's class, we're just going to choose a few examples from this exercise, and we'll be focusing on that. So if we could please have our first student on the mic.
G1 333.
G1 333. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. So we are going to start off with this example over here. Okay, so this highlighted example where my mouse is. Okay, so we are going to start from here. So the first letter over here is a ba with a fatha on it. So any letter with a fatha on it should be pronounced for one count. So we are going to say ba.
Ba.
Good, well done, nice and softly, brilliant. Now let's move on to the next bit. Over here we can see that we have the letter ta. It has a fatha on it and it is followed by an alif mad. Okay, but this alif mad also has another sign on it. Can you tell me what this sign is called? It's okay, I can help. I can help you, okay? Because we're just starting to learn about it. No problem. This is a Madulkabir. Can you say that for me?
Madulkabir.
Good, well done, excellent. Okay, this is a Madulkabir. It's a thick, rounded shape at the top, and then there's a small line at the bottom. Okay, this is a Madulkabir. Now, wherever we see a Madulkabir, we have to stretch that sound for 4 to 6 seconds. So at least 4 seconds. That's what we're going to try to aim for. Okay, if you can do longer, and if you can do up to 6 seconds, that would be really good as well. But at least 4 seconds we have to give this. So we have to stretch the sound of ba for 4 counts. So let's do that, okay? So follow along with me. Ba.
Da.
Good, well done. Try and hold it for a bit longer if you can. Da.
Da.
Brilliant, much better. Well done, excellent. Okay, so let's carry on. Over here we have a hamza with a kasra. So this is going to be pronounced as E.
E.
Excellent. Noon with a dhamma, nu.
Nu.
Excellent. And then we have a ha with a fatha on top, and that is followed by an alif mad. It's an alif mad because it's a blank alif and the letter before has a fatha. So we are going to stretch for 2 counts. Ha.
Ha.
Excellent. Let's try all together now, if we can, okay? Batainuha.
Batainuha.
Excellent. Well done. Really nicely read. So we really had to kind of hold our breath for a long time because we're stretching for 4 counts over here for the Madulkabir, and then 2 counts over here for the Alif Mad. And then the other ones we only gave 1 count timing to. Okay, so wherever we see a Madulkabir or a Madusagir, we know that we have to make an effort to kind of hold our breath. So just before you say that word, just take a deep breath and try to pronounce it and hold your breath for that long. But you did really well. Let's try one more time. Batainuha.
Batainuha.
Excellent. Good. Well done. Nicely read. Let's move on to another example now. Okay, so let's scroll down. We have this example over here. Okay, now let's start from here. We have a ta with a fatha. That is followed by an alif mad. And on top of that, we have this sign. So can you remember what this sign is called now?
A mad. Mad.
Yeah. Madulkabir.
Madulkabir.
Good, well done. No problem. It's fine. We're just starting to have a look at it now, so it's absolutely fine. If you have a notebook or anything, just write it down so that you remember now, okay? So this is Madulkabir. And can you tell me how long we have to spend on a Madulkabir?
At least 4 seconds or 6 seconds or
Yes.
6.
Yeah, 4 to 6 seconds. So that means 4 counts or 4 seconds, 5 counts or 6 counts. Okay, so it's up to us however much breath we can hold. Okay, so well done, excellent. So let's stretch that sound of ta for 4 counts now. Okay, at least. So we're going to say ta. Excellent, good, well done. Okay, so for example, if this Madul Kabir wasn't here, we would just stretch for 2 counts because of the alif mad. But as soon as you see a Madul Kabir, then we have to elongate that sound for even longer, so 4 to 6 counts. So that's why it's really important that we are able to recognize the sign and then pronounce it correctly for the correct amount of time. Okay, so the next one is Hamza with a kasra, E.
E.
Good. Fa with a fatha, fa.
Fa.
Ta with a vertical fatha. How many counts should we stretch this for?
2 seconds or 2 counts.
Brilliant. Well done. Ta.
Da.
Excellent. Noon with a kasra, ni.
Ni.
Excellent. So all together, let's try it. طائفتان.
طائفتان.
MashaAllah. Well done. That was really, really nicely recited. Excellent. Let's try again. طائفتان.
طائفتان.
Excellent. Good. Well done. Okay. So wherever we see a Madulkabir, we can count it on our fingers. Okay. So we can open our finger one at a time until we get to 4 fingers. And then that would be the amount that we have to stretch our sound for. Or if it helps, then after class, when you're practicing by yourself, you can have a timer on and you can time it for 4 counts to 6 counts. So whatever helps you, but it's important that we give it the correct amount of time, which you're doing really well. So Jazakumullah G1 333. Allah Hafiz for now. Can we have another student, please, on the mic?
G1 850.
G1 850. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good.
Alhamdulillah, that's really good to hear. Okay, so we're going to carry on. And we are going to, okay, I can hear my voice basically echoing back. Are you, have you got the speaker on or another device nearby?
No.
You don't have another device. Okay, it's just a bit distracting, okay? So do you have any headphones that you can put in or anything like that?
No.
No? Okay. It's just causing a bit of echo. So I think it will be a bit disturbing. Okay. So I'm just going to choose another student for now. And then if you can find any headphones or anything that you can put in so that I don't hear my voice echo, okay? And we can maybe try and come back to you later. Can we try another student, please?
Yeah, could we have G1 437?
G1 437.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. We're going to carry on and let's have a look at another example where Madulkabir is being practiced. Okay, so we're going to do this example. Can you see where my hand is?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to start off with an alif with a fatha, and that is followed by a waw sakin. So this is basically a waw lean. Okay, if you cast your minds back to where we learned about letters of lean, waw over here is a waw lean because it's a waw sakin and the letter before has a fatha. So our sound is going to start off with the sound of a and end with the waw sakin sound. Okay, so we're going to say oh.
Oh.
Good, well done. Lam with a kasra, li.
Li.
Excellent. Next we have a ya with a fatha, and that is followed by an alif mad. Okay, but on top of this alif mad, we have this sign over here. Can you remember what this sign is called?
Madulkabir.
Brilliant, well done. This is a Madulkabir because it's a thick line which is rounded at the top, and then there's a small flick at the bottom. Okay, so this is a Madulkabir. Now, Madulkabir means that we have to stretch the sound of ya for 4 counts. Usually we would do it for 2 counts because of the alif mad, but because there is a Madulkabir on top of that, our sound now stretches for even longer for about 4 to 6 counts. Okay, so we're going to say for 4 counts. Let's try that. Ya.
Ya.
Excellent, well done. Hamza with a fatha, a. Excellent. All together now, let's do that. Awliya.
Awliya.
Excellent. Well done. Really, really good. Let's try that one more time. Awliya.
Awliya.
Okay, excellent. Try to hold it for a bit longer. Okay, so 4 counts. So just maybe open your fingers one at a time, and then as soon as you reach 4 fingers, that's enough, okay? Or you can tap to say 4 taps is 4 counts, things like that, okay? But just try to do at least 4 counts. So let's try that one more time. Follow with me. Awliya.
Awliya.
Okay, good. Well done. Okay. I think what happens sometimes is the voice disappears because we're holding our sound for a bit longer. You may not be able to hear me, or I might not be able to hear you, but I think you did that for the correct amount of time. So well done. Excellent. Okay. Let's move on to the next example. Da with a fatha. Da.
Da.
Excellent. Next, we have a sheen with a fatha, okay? And that is followed by an alif mad again, but this time again, it has a Madulkabir on top. So Madulkabir means that we have to stretch our sound for 4 to 6 counts, okay? So let's try that. Sha.
Sha.
Excellent, well done. Then we have a Hamza with a Dhamma. Ooh.
Ooh.
Excellent. Tasha. Ooh.
Tasha. Ooh.
Brilliant. Well done. Really, really nicely read. Let's move on to another example. Now, this example over here in the next row, okay, the first example in this row, we have qaf with a fatha followed by an alif mad, but on top of this alif mad, we have a maddul kabir. So how many counts are we going to stretch for?
4 seconds or 4 counts.
Good, at least, okay? So 4 counts to 6 counts. That's the amount of time that we should stretch for, but at least 4 counts. Well done. So we're going to say qa.
Qa.
Excellent. Hamza with a kasra, e.
E.
Mim with a dhammatain on top, mun.
Mun.
Excellent. Qaimun.
Qaimun.
Excellent. Well done, mashallah. Your pronunciation is really good, and you're able to hold your breath for the correct amount of time as well, which is something that comes with practice as well. So if you're at home and you're unable to hold it for that long, I would just say keep practicing, okay? Because the more you practice, the more you will become used to it, and the more your body will able to hold that breath in order to produce the correct sound. But mashallah, well done, G1437, Jazakumullah.
Give me 1 second. Did you know my dad? He told me you will do the quiz on
Friday.
on Thursday.
On Thursday? No, it's on Friday, inshallah.
Yes, I have to practice.
Yeah, make sure you do practice, okay? So you can tell your dad to access the Google Drive that's been shared on the chat, and then you can open that link, and then you'll have all the questions that are going to be asked in the quiz on Friday, and then you can start preparing, okay?
Okay.
All right, brilliant. Well done. Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Have a nice day.
Jazakumullah. Can we have another student, please, on the mic?
G1317.
G1317. Assalamu alaikum. G, yeah.
G1516.
516. G1516. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. So are you understanding the lesson?
Yeah.
All right, brilliant. So let's move on to the next example. Can you see where my mouse is?
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to start off with the alif, okay, with a fatha. And next to that, we have a ba sakin. So those 2 letters need to be joined.
Okay.
Ab.
Abba.
Good, well done. Next, we have a noon with a fatha, followed by a alif mad, and then there's this sign on top. Can you remember what this sign is called?
I forgot.
No problem, that's fine. That's what we're here to do. We're here to learn. So this is a Madulkabir. Okay, so make sure you note that down on your diary or something. Okay, so this is a Madulkabir. Now, Madulkabir means that we have to stretch our sound for 4 counts at least, so 4 to 6 counts. So we're going to stretch the sound of the na for 4 counts. We're going to say na.
Abna.
Good, well done. Try and hold your breath for a bit longer. Okay, so na.
Na.
All right, good. At the moment, you're doing about 3 counts. Okay, so you're
Okay.
not far off. You just need to do a bit.
Na.
All right, just wait for me to say it. If you hear my voice go, just wait a little bit and then it's going to come back. Okay, so it's just because of technical issues that sometimes you can't hear me say it, but we're going to try. Okay, so we're going to say na.
Na.
All right, good, well done. Just keep practicing that because you're just slightly pronouncing for a little less than 4 counts.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have a hamza with a fatha. Yep, say that again. Excellent. Next, we have a noon with a fatha, followed by an alif mad. So we're stretching for 2 counts. We're going to say na.
Na.
Excellent. So all together, just listen to me first, and then you can say it. We're going to say abna. Ana.
Abna. Ana.
Excellent. Good. Well done. Good try. At the moment, you're stretching this na and this na for approximately the same time. But as you can see, the Madulkabir is on top of this over here, this na. So we have to give it extra time. So 4 counts for this and 2 counts, so half the time that you're giving this. So really take a deep breath and try that again.
Abna. Aza.
Okay, this is a noon. Ana.
Ana.
Okay, try that again. Abna. Yep, say that for me now.
Abna.
Okay, a bit longer. Okay, I know I'm telling you again and again to do a bit longer, but it's because of this Madulkabir that we have to stretch our sound for at least 4 counts. Okay,
Abna.
better, well done, excellent. Okay, so nice and deep breath and then say it. Abna.
Abna.
Wonderful, well done, excellent. And then ana.
Ana.
Excellent, good, well done. Now when we're going to move on, just wait for me to say it, okay, so that everybody can hear how to correctly pronounce it, and then I want you to give it a go. Okay, so just
Okay.
wait when I say it, then you can recite. So let's move on to the next example. Over here we have waw with a fatha, wa.
Ba.
Excellent. Alif with a fatha joins to the ba sakin, ab.
Ab.
Excellent. Noon with a fatha, followed by an alif mad and a Madulkabir on top. So again, same thing we did over here, stretching the na for 4 counts. Na.
Na.
Excellent. Alif with a, Hamza with a fatha,
Ah.
Kaf with a dhamma joins to the mim sakin, kum.
Kum.
Excellent. So all together, hear me first. We're going to say wa abna akum.
Wa abna. Akum.
Good, well done. Good pronunciation, but your timing needs to be longer for this Madulkabir. So
Okay.
try that again. Take a deep breath first and then stretch for 4 counts for the na. Okay, try that again, please.
Abna. ja'akum.
Brilliant. Well done. Much, much better. Excellent. Okay. So I know it's difficult, but these are things, especially with the mud. So Madul Saghir or Madul Kabir, we really have to hold our breath. So if you see a Madul Kabir coming up in the word, then just take a deep breath and then stretch for the appropriate time. Okay. But excellent. Well done. Jazakumullah G1 516 for coming to the mic. Can we have another student, please?
Yes. Could we have G1 515?
G1. Walaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Okay, how are you understanding the lesson? Do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay, that's really good to hear. So let's try with the next example. We have a Jim with a fatha, okay, and that is followed by an alif mud, and then this sign on top. Can you remember what this sign is called?
Rabbi Sagir.
Oh, that's what you learned yesterday, okay? Today is a different sign. This is Madulkabir. Okay, so nearly there. Well done for remembering Madul Saghir. But this is Madulkabir. Okay, it's the looks different to Madul Saghir. Madul Saghir is wavier and thinner. So let's just go up and look at what Madul Saghir looks like. Okay, you can see over here that we have Maddu Saghir. So we have this wavy line over here, and it's a thin line, okay? But whereas Maddul Kabir, what we're looking at today, is a thicker line, okay? So it's a thick, rounded line at the top with a flick at the bottom, okay? So that's a Maddul Kabir. So that's what we're looking at today. So we're going to start off with this example over here. Can you see where my cursor is?
Yes.
Yep. So Jim with a fatha, followed by an alif mud and a Madul Kabir on top. So we are going to stretch our sound for 4 counts at least. Okay, so 4 to 6 counts. So we're going to say ja.
Ja.
Good, well done, excellent. Hamza with a fatha, a. Kaf with a fatha, ka. All together, ja. Aka.
Ja'aka.
Okay, good, well done. Now, when you said this individually, so when you said this by itself, you stretched for a really good amount of time, okay? But when you said it all together, you stretched for slightly less. So make sure, take a deep breath, stretch for 4 counts at least. Ja, aka.
Ja'aka.
Brilliant, that was perfect, well done, okay? So remember that wherever we see a Madul Kabir, we have to stretch for at least 4 counts or 4 seconds. Let's move on to another example. Over here, we have a qaf with a fatha, followed by an alif mud and a Madul Kabir on top. So how many counts should we stretch this for at least?
46 counts a second.
Well done, excellent. So we're going to say oh.
Ka.
Excellent. Hamza with a kasra, e. Mim with a fatha, ma.
Ma.
Now this is a ta al-marbuta and it makes the same sound as a ta. So it has a dhammatain on top. So we're going to say tun.
Tun.
Good. All together. Qa'imatun.
Qa'imatun.
Okay, good. That nasal sound at the end, just stretch for a bit longer. Dun.
Tun.
Good. Try that again, all together now.
Imamun. Tun.
Okay, good. Follow after me, okay? So we're going to stretch this for 4 counts at least.
Qa'imatun.
Imatun.
Imatun.
Good. Now all together, take a deep breath. Qa'imatun.
Qa'imatun.
Brilliant. Well done. Okay. Try and hold your sound for a bit longer with the qa. Okay. At the moment, you're doing about 3 counts. So you're not far off. Just add 1 more second to that stretch. Okay. Qa'imatun.
Qa'imatun.
Brilliant. Well done, mashallah. Really, really nicely read. And let's do one more example. So over here, we can see we have a ba with a fatha, followed by an alif mad and a Madulkabir on top. So stretching that for 4 counts, 4 to 6 counts. Ba.
Ba.
Good. And then hamza with a dhamma, followed by a waw mad. It's a waw mad because it's a waw sakin, and the letter before has a dhamma. So we're stretching for 2 counts. Ooh.
U.
Good. Ba. Ooh.
Ba.
Excellent. Good. Well done. So 4 counts for the ba sound and then 2 counts for the oo sound. Okay. So well done. Excellent. Mashallah. Jazakumullah. G1 515. Nicely read. Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz. Can we have the next student, please?
Yes, good. We have G1 749.
G1 749. Assalamu alaikum. G1 749. Can you come to the mic?
I think I'll choose another student. Could we have G1 516?
G1 516. Assalamu alaikum.
I already had a go.
You already had a go? Okay. Jazakumullah for letting
sorry.
us know. Can we have another student?
Yes, sure. Could we have G1 308?
G1 308.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. We're going to move on to the next example. Can you see where my cursor is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do this example. We have alif with a fatha that needs to join on to the ha sakin. Ah.
Yes. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Ah.
Good. Well done. Excellent. Then we have a ya with a fatha, followed by an alif mad, and then a Madulkabir on top. So how many counts do you remember do we have to spend on this?
5 or 3?
Okay, so the timing is 4 to 6 counts. Okay, so wherever we see a Madulkabir, we have to stretch our sound for 4 to 6 counts. That's for Madulkabir. Okay, so let's try that. Ya.
Ya.
Good. A bit longer. Ya.
Ya.
Perfect. Hamza with the dhammatain. Un.
Un.
Excellent. So all together, we're going to pronounce this as ahya. Un.
Ahyaun.
Excellent. Well done. Really, really good. Okay, it's difficult to hold your breath for that long, but you did really well. So the key is to just take a deep breath before saying the word and then try and hold for the correct amount of time. Well done. Let's move on to the next example. Mim with a kasra, mi.
Me.
Excellent. Next, we have a noon with a fatha. Then we have some blank letters and then a noon mushaddad. Now, this noon mushaddad will join on to the most recent mutaharik letter, which is the noon. Okay, so the noon will join on to this noon mushaddad. So we're going to say nanni.
Nanni.
Excellent. We're holding the sound of the noon because of the sound of noon gunna. Okay, wherever we see a noon mashaddad, we have to make a gunna sound. So let's try that again. Nanni.
Nanni.
Excellent. Good. Well done. Next, we have a scene with a fatha followed by an alif mad with a Madulkabir on top. Okay, it has a Madulkabir on top, so that's why we have to. Sorry, I think there's 2 students unmuted. Only G1308 should be muted, please. I think G1516 is mute. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, sorry about that. So seen with a fatha and then an alif mad and a madul kabir. So we're going to stretch for 4 counts at least. Sa.
Sa.
Excellent. Hamza with a kasra. E.
E.
Excellent. Well done. So all together. Minan nisa.
Minan nisa'i.
Excellent. Well done, mashallah. Really, really good recitation. Let's do one more example. Now, the next one over here, we have a kha with a fatha. Kha.
Ha.
Excellent. Ta with a kasra, followed by a ya mad, but with a madul kabir on top as well. So we're going to stretch the sound of ti for 4 counts at least. So we're going to say ti.
Di.
Good, well done. Now, ta is a thick sounding letter, so try and say it with a rounded mouth. Ti.
Di. Di.
Good, better, okay? But just practice that sound of the ta. Excellent. Hamza with a fatha,
Ah.
and then ta al-marbuta with a fathatain, tan.
Dan.
Good. All together. Khati'atan.
Khati'atan.
Excellent. Mashallah, you did really, really well to pronounce those words correctly with the correct amount of time being given to Madul Kabir. So well done. Just keep practicing, okay? Jazakumullah for
Yes.
coming to the mic. Allah Hafiz for now. And if you could have our next student, please.
Can I have a go at reading?
Who's that on the mic?
That's G1584. Yes.
Yep. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
All right. G1584. Okay. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Okay, so let's move on to the next example. Over here we have a ya with a dhamma, you.
You.
Excellent. Ra with a fatha, followed by an alif mad, and then a madul kabir on top. So we're going to stretch for 4 counts at least, so 4 to 6 counts. Ra.
Ra.
Okay. Longer, okay? So we need to stretch for 4 counts. 4 counts is a long amount of time, so we need to really give that the appropriate time. Ra.
Ra.
Brilliant. That's much better. Well done. Hamza with a dhamma, followed by a waw mad. Ooh.
Oo.
Excellent. Noon with a fatha, na.
Na.
Excellent. Yura'una.
Yura. Una.
Excellent. Well done. I think your voice got a bit it disappeared a little bit, but mashallah, I think you did it for the appropriate time, okay? Excellent. So stretching for 4 counts for the raw sound. Brilliant. Let's move on to the next example. Ta with a fatha, followed by an alif mad and a madul kabir on top. So stretching for 4 counts. Ta. Excellent. Hamza with a kasra, E.
E.
Ra with a dhamma, Ru.
Ru.
Good. Over here, the kaf and the meme join, Kum.
Kum.
Ta'irukum.
Ta. Irukum.
Brilliant. Well done, mashallah. Good. That was really good, mashallah. You held it for a good amount of time. Brilliant. Let's move on to the next and final example. Alif with a fatha followed by a waw sakin. This is the rule of waw lean being applied. Aw.
Au.
Good. Lam with a kasra, li.
Li.
Ya with a vertical fatha and a Madulkabir on top. So just like we've done before, we have to stretch for 4 counts at least. Ya.
Ya.
Excellent. Good. Hamza with a kasra, E.
E.
Kaf joins to meme, kum.
Kum.
Good. Well done. So let's try that, making sure we stretch the ya sound for 4 to 6 counts. Awliyaikum.
Awliya. Ikum.
Good. Well done. One more time. Make sure you give the waw lean 2 counts as well. Awliyaikum.
Awliya. Ikum.
Brilliant. Well done, mashallah. Really, really nicely read. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. G1584.
Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz for now. Okay, so that was a few examples from exercise 19.2. So we just saw what a Madulkabir looks like, and we practiced that wherever we see a Madulkabir, we have to stretch for 4 counts, 4 to 6 counts, okay? So however much, so it's good to take a deep breath and then stretch for the appropriate time. So before giving you a homework, I just have another announcement to make. And this is regarding the G1 online Jalsa Siratul Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, so on Monday, 29th of November, we will be holding a Jalsa Siratul Nabi in class. Now, all students are invited to attend that, and we hope that you will attend that. And if you would like to take part in this Siratul Nabi Jalsa, then you can send us in your recordings. So if you would like to take part and if you would like to read Tilawat at the Siratul Nabi Jalsa, or if you would like to read Hadith, or if you would like to read Malfuzat, Nazm, Qasida, or if you would like to do a speech, then you can send us in your recordings by Sunday, the 21st of November by 9 p.m. please. Okay. So all these things, activities that I've just listed, are all things that you can take part in, and you can do at the Siratul Nabi Jalsa. But for us to choose students to read Tilawat, read Hadith, etc., we need you to send us in your recordings so that then we can choose from that list and choose from the list of participants, and then we can choose one student to read the appropriate activity. Okay, so if you would like to recite Tilawat at the Siratul Nabi Jalsa, then you can send us in your recording of reciting Surah Al-Baqarah verses 1 to 6. Okay, if you would like to read Hadith at the Jalsa, you can send us in a recording of you reading the translation for Surah Al-Baqarah verses 1 to 6. Same for Malfuzat. If you would like to read Malfuzat, a portion of the extracts of the Promised Messiah alayhi salam, then you can send a recording of you reading a translation of Surah Al-Baqarah verses 1 to 6. If you would like to recite Nazm at the Siratul Nabi Jalsa, please send us a recording of you reading the Nazm Noor-e Furqan, couplets 1 to 6. So let me show you what that looks like. So this is the Nazm that is going to be recited. So we would like you to send us a recording of you reading all these couplets. 1 to 6. If you would like to read Qasida at the Siratul Nabi Jalsa, then please send us a recording of you reciting the first 7 verses of Qasida. So let me show you what that looks like. This is Qasida, and these are the first 7 verses. So you can send us in a recording of you reciting this. If you would like to do a speech at the Siratul Nabi Jalsa, then please send us a recording of you reading a speech of 5 minutes in English on the topic of life of Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, so these are the list of activities that we will be choosing students to take part in. So if you would like to, please send us a recording and send us the recording on our email address, so ukquranclass@gmail.com. Please ensure that you state the activity that you wish to take part in. So for example, if you wish to take part in Tilawat, make sure that you write in the email that you wish to take part in Tilawat, and also write in your student ID in the email so that we can contact you if you are chosen. So that's the information. All this information that I've just read out will be available on the Google Drive for the link that was sent in the chat. So if you haven't looked at that already, please click on the chat icon here on Zoom and have a look at that link. All the information will be available on there. If you have any further questions, you can email us on ukquranclass@gmail.com, and we will inshallah try and get back to you as soon as possible. The deadline for all these submissions is Sunday, 21st of November at 9 p.m. So please do ensure that you send us in your recordings before that date and time. Jazakumullah. Your homework for today's class is to practice extended elongation, Madulkabir, and we would like you to practice exercise 19.2 on page 81, and we'd like you to practice any 5 rows. So this is exercise 19.2, so you can choose any 5 rows in this exercise and practice them at home, please, as part of your homework. Okay, so I hope you've all noted down your homework. And now we will end the class with our daily dua. So if you could have a student on the mic, please.
Yes, could we have G1 669, please?
G1 669.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you hear me? G1 669. Can you hear me?
I think I'll have to choose another student. Could we have G1339, please?
G1339. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes,
All right, brilliant. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Have you understood the announcement for Jalsa Sirat al-Nabi?
Yes.
All right, brilliant. Okay, so let's start with
Although I
Dawood.
was not sent, although I checked on the chat and nothing was sent.
Let me just check. So if you click on the chat, it should have, yeah, so it was posted at the beginning of class, so the Google Drive link.
It is posted.
It's not, if I could just request the discipline in charge to kindly repost that.
I've just done that. Are you able to see it now?
Yes, I'm able to see it. Thank you.
All right, brilliant. Okay, so let's start with Dawood. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Excellent. And oops, okay. Tasmiyah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Good. And let's go down. Allahumma arhamni.
Allahumma arhamni.
بالقرآن العظيم.
Bil-Qur'an al-Azim.
Excellent. The translation.
O Allah, have mercy on me through the Quran the Great.
Brilliant. Well done. Really nicely read. Jazakumullah and Jazakumullah to all for joining us in today's class. Inshallah, we'll speak to you all again same time tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.